These next few pictures are just some neat old pictures that we threw in here showing travel to Bristol in the good old days. The neat old bridge, the first one. Now this one with the Old River Road with horse and buggy there. And then this is another of the Old River Road, and I think if you zoom back, that's a wagon back on the road, so I don't know, that might be a later picture. More old pictures showing the old store in the background. This one was when the Apps owned it, and I'm sure you've seen that if you've watched Larry's presentation. And then the next picture with the people in the car, out for a Sunday drive probably, but the store's in the background. And I zoomed in on those people and tried to see if I knew who they were, and I have no idea. It looks like they're posing for the camera. They're looking right at the camera. This shows a view of the store, the back of the store, where the barges would have come in the earlier days to get loaded before heading up to Lake Michigan. This slide, the next two slides show the boathouse, a small boathouse there. This is when the new bridge, which was built in 1911, that we found. On this picture, I'm not sure what those men are doing, but I zoom. Well, no, I don't see any fishing poles, and it looks like they're hanging down underneath the bottom of the bridge. I don't know, but I didn't see any fishing poles, so I don't know. But I understand the fishing was pretty good there. Claude was also in the boat rental business, anything to make $1. And according to what my mom remembered and related in the Tales of a Hoosier Village, it was a very popular thing with the fishermen in those days, some coming from as far away as Anderson on the weekends. Claude would take the boat and the fishermen down to Mottville, and then they'd float back down the river and fish along the way. This picture looks like a group of school children going for a boat ride. Seems pretty crowded to me. And I don't see any life jackets. This is just a picture from the King family photo album, and people out for a leisurely Sunday afternoon boat ride. This looks like the same guy to me and that was in the car, so I don't know. These next few slides just show some tidbits that were taken from the Bristol Banner. It was fun to notice the prices on the ads. Bread's 10 cents. Peerless pastry flour, a 24-pound bag for 41 cents. Head of lettuce, 2 for 15 cents. I think I paid $1.89 a head the other day. Creamery butter, Constantine or Middlebury, a pound for 84. The next 1926 ad closely resembles an ad that Salesman Sam ran, just talking about the pink bloomers and the pink salmon and the odorless Limburger. Larry shared that ad in one of his presentations, and I thought it looked familiar. There are a few words they changed, so they didn't get in trouble probably with copyright or something. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. This 1927 slide shows their slogan, quality, quantity, and service. The next slide is interesting. Just to look at the prices. What stuck out to me is oleo, 8.5 cents a pound. You'd have to buy more than 1 pound. I don't, you know, didn't have 8.5 cents, I don't think, but anyway, and just these other two slides are just ads taken out of, I think, yearbooks that where, you know, how they used to advertise in the yearbooks. And then the one, when the phone numbers changed from phone 16 to the TH, I think it was Thornwall. Here's some more early day slides with just showing the store in the background. And I'm sure many of you remember the great parades we had down Main Street with our own Bristol High School band. The next slide is just a nice picture of the old store, and I'm not sure what era this is from. I think prior to Claude owning it, I don't know. And then another picture of the old store, and if you guys know what year these cars are, we might know what year the picture is, but you can still see the writing on the windows and the items he sets out front. This is a nice picture that shows where the Sunday parlor before it was turned into the feed store. History for sale. This is a picture of the store. I think it was taken from the oil painting up here that was used when it was listed for sale in 1971. It was a beautiful building, the oldest building in Bristol, with a lot of history and many memories for us old-timers. This is a copy of the auction notice. It gives a great list and shows the diversity of the items that the store had for sale. They've got everything from baby food to, I don't know, paper plates, and Model A and Model T parts. I didn't know we sold those, but evidently he found them somewhere in the basement. I don't remember the sale, unfortunately. Many of you may remember it. I heard that it was well attended, many people just coming out to see what it had to offer. Maybe some of you attended. I think there are copies of the auction notice on the table if you'd like to take one home and just look through it. This drawing is from a note card that we found among Janice's things. It has a brief history of the building on the next slide that was on the back of the card. It says on here that the post office at one time was housed in the back of the building, but I don't know, not when I was there. I know the post office was at one time at the Opera House. So and these are just some sketches that Donna found at the Elkhart County Historical Museum showing the back of the building. It looks like it might be a pencil sketch. And this is a sketch by Susie Landis Stout, Mary Ann's sister, showing the riverside of the, and I don't know if that was in Rhonda, the things we got at Janice's, or if Donna found that. King's Food Store operated from 1925 to 1971. Lots of history and great memories from a much simpler time. Things were much slower. We knew customers by name, and they actually took time to chat with you. Some regular customers were allowed to have charge accounts. We had a big drawer we kept these little charge books in, and they'd come in on payday and settle their bill. There were a lot fewer items to choose from back then, which made it much easier to make decisions. No such thing as coupons or credit cards. You paid with cash or check. And all items had prices on them. They were added up manually on an adding machine, and then the money was put in the cash register. And the cash register didn't tell us how much change to give you back. we had to count it, know how to count it back to you. So that doesn't happen this day and age. So the history of this building hopefully will continue on, talking about the sale in 1971 to the Kramers, and hopefully that's a story for another time.
I think she did a great job this year.